You might think you're being polite on a cruise, but chances are your cabin steward probably can't stand you. Okay, so not you personally, but the 15 things you're probably doing without realizing it. So that could be anything from folding dirty towels to turning your room into a moldy cocktail bar with cups and stuff all over the place. Let's talk about the stuff that drives them nuts and how you can fix it moving forward. So let's just go for it like Dom Toretto in Fast and Furious and get started. Yo, what's up? My name is Griff, founder of Ahoy365.com. And if you're new here, welcome. But if you've been here, welcome back, Paradise Crew. Number one, leaving the do not disturb sign on all day. I'll never forget our very first cruise. We went out to explore the ship. You may have watched those vlogs. We had lunch, caught a show, came back to the cabin expecting crisp sheets, fresh towels, and we found everything exactly how we left it. We were convinced our steward just completely forgot about us. Turns out we left the do not disturb sign up. Rookie mistake. What we thought was a helpful "we're out" signal was actually a hard stop for stewards. So when that sign's on, or if the light's on, because we're in 2025 and they use lights, they legally can't enter. It doesn't matter if you're gone 6 hours or the whole day. You may as well just hang a sign that says, "Please skip me." If you want service, just leave the sign off, take the magnet off. Otherwise, don't be surprised when nothing gets touched. Cabin stewards aren't ignoring you. They're respecting your boundaries. Literally. Number two, flushing the wrong things. Okay. Cruise ship toilets aren't your average plumbing. They're more like mini airlocks with vacuum suction. They are very loud. We found this out the hard way when our neighbor's toilet backed up the entire hallway. It was bad. It was like a science experiment gone wrong type of bad. We didn't really talk about it on the channel, but someone tried to flush a bunch of baby wipes down there. Wasn't a great idea. The thing is, these systems are super sensitive. One wrong item, like a sanitary pad, a wipe labeled flushable, or heaven forbid, a plastic item, can clog multiple rooms. And guess who's stuck cleaning it up? Your steward. So rule of thumb, if it didn't come from you and it's not toilet paper, do not flush it down the toilet. It might disappear from sight, but it won't disappear from someone's shift, if you know what I'm talking about. Number three, folding dirty towels like they're clean. Don't get me wrong, I used to do this. I kind of just organize it. I'd finish showering, fold the towel nicely, and hang it back up, thinking I was being tidy. Then a steward explained, like, when you refold used towels, they can't really tell if it's clean or not, which means there's a good chance it gets left out. So if you're the type of person that wants fresh towels, what you're going to do is just make sure that your towels are just placed in the corner on the floor. Number four, it's hiding the mess. We once had a room steward share with us that someone broke a bunch of glass. And so instead of notifying the room steward, they cleaned it up themselves, but they ended up putting it inside of a bunch of towels on the countertop. So when the room steward went to go grab it, little prick because it had a bunch of glass. Little annoying. Sure, person was probably trying to be helpful, but what you should do in these situations is go ahead and call room service and tell them that, hey, we broke some glass. We did clean it up. It's here or it's there. Or if you like, you can let them come clean it up. They'll make sure they have the proper tools ready to make sure no one gets hurt or injured from broken glass. But no, really, like, room stewards have seen it all. Broken glass, under beds, wine-stained pillowcases wrapped like burritos, even diapers stuffed behind curtains. Hiding messes doesn't save you from consequences. It just makes more work for the person that's really trying to keep the space clean for you and the next person. So if something breaks, spills, or stains, just tell them. They'll appreciate the honesty more than a surprise booby trap under the mattress, if that makes sense. Number five, using those white towels for like hair dyeing situations. So this isn't the place to dye your hair. You can go ahead and go to the hairdresser that's on staff and on board. But if you're using the towels to do your own type of hair dyeing situation, listen, those don't come out of the towels. They stain the towels. Cruise towels are white for a reason. I mean, they show dirt so they can clean them, but they're kind of expensive and part of the inventory. Have you seen how much they charge you for a towel when you decide to steal them? It's like $50. So one, don't steal towels, but two, try to respect people's property. Number six is spilling drinks all over the cabin or mainly the balcony. Listen, we were having a quiet night just sipping some balcony. We were having a quiet night sipping some wine on the balcony. All of a sudden, you start seeing some red wine just drip from the top. And you're like, what the heck is going on here? Sure enough, someone spilled their glass of wine and it's an accident. But now the room stewards aren't only cleaning their cabin, they're cleaning our cabin and then the next cabin down below, and it's this whole vacuum nightmare. They said they have to get it out of fabrics, have to like spray and just clean everything to make sure it's not sticky for the next person that's cruising. They said it's a complete nightmare because you have to look how many cabins actually got dirty, which sends a chain reaction because then they have to call other room stewards to see, hey, did it end up spilling on these cabins as well? It's a nightmare. They hate it. So just be a little bit more careful when you're drinking wine on the balcony. So number 7 is a little bit spicy. I would love to hear your comments in the comment section below, but it's making towel animal demands. I love towel animals as much as the next person. But this one time I overheard a guest asking their steward if they could make a dragon next time. Like, could you add wings and could you add this to it? Come on. Like, anyways, cabin stewards already fold 20 to 25 towel animals a day for free. Like they're doing their job. It's not part of their contract. It's not Cirque du Soleil for like towel animals. This is an actually request thing, if you know what I mean. But anyways, they do it because they want to. It brings a little bit of joy to the kids in the room, even you as adults. So say thank you, but don't treat your room steward like a theme park employee doing mascot improv, okay? Number 8, asking when will my room be clean? Just over and over. So a couple cruises back, we were walking back to the room and our room was ready. And so we were about to dip out. Like, it's no big deal. We'll just go back to the pool, or go to the bar, go do something fun. However, a couple down the hall, they pretty much parked themselves on the stairs, audibly complaining, like, I wish they would speed up. How long is it going to be done? And then the dad walked down there like, how long is this going to take? When will you be done? It's just like, one, rude, unprofessional. I mean, they're not skipping you, bro. They're going to get to it. They're working through it. But every time someone stops them with, can you get to mine next? Can you do X, Y, Z? It just throws off the entire rhythm for everybody else. Now, if it's like a small item that you need to get in and out, for example, we have a kid, Noah. Sometimes she leaves stuff that she wants in the room. I'll pop in and someone's cleaning the room. I just politely ask, hey, can I grab the baby bottle real quick? Can I be in and out? And they're like, yeah, sure. They grab it, boom, done. Just like that. Number 9, leaving wet towels everywhere. This is unintentional, especially if you have kids, but after a long day of sea, you'll walk into your room and then you'll probably step onto a puddle of water and it's a wet towel, right? It's cold. It's unmistakably used. Your kids are basically just tossing things around. Try to gather those up and put them back in the bathroom. So one, everything doesn't get soaking wet, but also they can tell that it's dirty. You can even, again, call the front desk or call the room steward. It's like, hey, I've got wet towels in the corner. Is it okay if I leave them there? Just wanted to give you a heads up that they are just completely soaked. However, things you do not want to do is lay soaking wet towels over the bed. Cabin stewards, they hate that. It's a swampy mess that can soak into the sheets, the cushions, sometimes the floor, so they have to like dry back it. Some guests even hang them over balcony rails, again, dripping water down to the rooms below. That has happened. You don't want to do that. It's just messy. It's extra laundry, potential mildew, and more time added to the pack shift. So here's the cruise tip. The floor is your replace me signal in the bathroom rail. Or again, use the rails in the bathroom, let it drip over the drain. It works. They also have that little wet bag section down below sometimes where you can just put wet clothes. Number 10, reusing cups and plates. I get it. You want to be eco-friendly. You drank juice in the morning, rinsed the glass in the sink and thought, I'll just use it again. Cruise ships have strict sanitation codes, okay? Once a cup or plate has been used, even once, it needs to be replaced. Just grab a new one. All right, so number 11 is entering the cabin before it's ready. This is one you really want to avoid doing for a couple of reasons. If you show up too early and the room's not done, maybe the bed's half made or there's just something not done, and you start dropping your luggage off in there, if the person comes in and they're still working on your room, technically they're like have to stop and they can't continue to do their job. Basically, when a cabin isn't marked ready yet, don't force your way in. You might set off a chain reaction of confusion, stress, and just miscommunication before your vacation even begins. Just avoid it. Number 12, locking yourself out. Listen, it's no big deal, especially if someone's nearby and can get it for you. But if you left your key card in the room and you got to call somebody to come get it, I mean, technically they do have to stop what they're doing and come help you. It's one of those like annoying things that they're never going to say out loud. They're going to say, oh, no big deal. No problem. I got you in there. However, we all know that they were probably busy. They were probably working on something else. They're probably about to get off shift or probably off shift. And then they have to let you in your room because you left your card in there. Not speaking from experience, I usually just kind of go get Alyssa's if I ever left my card in the room. A small hack is if you kind of gauge the system there, sometimes someone will be walking nearby and they might have a key card for you to let you in. Just a little heads up there. Number 13, not reporting broken things right away. So this one cruiser, I was talking to a cabin steward, and he said basically the shower drain was super slow, but no one let him know. It wasn't exactly fully clogged, but it was enough to leave a puddle every morning. So the people in the cabin just thought it would just fix itself. And so they waited about 4 days before saying anything. And by the time the next cruise was coming around, he basically said he had to scramble, call maintenance. He had to fix something that could have been fixed early on in the week before we had got there. And here's what most people don't realize. If you wait until the end of your trip, I mean, it's too late to swap rooms. It's even hard for them to offer you a solution at that point. Everyone's just busy flipping the rooms for the next set of guests. So reporting the issues late doesn't just delay the fix, or it moves the chance to fix it altogether. Number 14, just being rude or just ignoring them entirely. Every day, our steward just greeted us with a smile, warm, good morning. And every day I'd watch another couple across the hall walk past him without even glancing his way. Didn't even say hello. I'm like, man, this guy's just rude. I wouldn't smile, no nod, just silent, just like whatever. Stewards, they're people. They're not invisible. I mean, they're not robots. They're human beings who work hard to make sure that your vacation is going well. They make sure it's clean, comfortable, and memorable. So be kind. Some tips I like to use is learn their name, say hi first. It's the right thing to do if you ask me. Let me know in the comment section below. They aren't just doing a job. They're often going above and beyond for you. So make eye contact, smile, say hello. You'll make their day better, and you might just find your cruise experience to improve as well. Number 15, going to guest services before talking to your steward. This one might not seem like a big deal, but for cabin stewards, it can be soul crushing. So let's say something's wrong with your room. The bed wasn't made, the towels are missing, or maybe there's a strange bag on the desk that definitely isn't yours. Let me explain. You're taking away their chance to fix the problem and making them look like they're bad at their job, even when it's just a mistake or a miscommunication. So I'll share a story. We had this happen once. We walked into our cabin and saw someone else's luggage, or it was like a purse on the counter, and the bathroom had been used. Yeah, we were confused and a little creeped out. Turns out a guest wandered into our room while the steward was cleaning. He stepped out. She thought it was her room, dropped off her stuff and left. He hadn't even realized she had been there. And if we had come back later, we'd think he'd never cleaned the room in the first place, right? And she'd be locked out of a room that wasn't even hers with their stuff inside. Moral of the story, just give your steward a chance to fix the issue before escalating. We're like, this is not our stuff. Turns out it was an next door neighbor's stuff. They're often the fastest route to just a solution, and they care more than you think. But yeah, that lady, she was in the wrong room. But here's the deal. She's a human too. So listen, if you want to avoid mistakes, cruise mistakes in your cabin, watch this video right here, 20 cruise mistakes first-time cruisers make, or watch this packing guide list that Alyssa put together of everything you need to pack for a cruise, especially if you're a parent. It's a good one. And if you dig the vibes, please subscribe. And if you care, please share. And we'll see you in paradise. Peace.